years of age to get voting rights. And you see, in the presidential system, executive is independent, legislative is independent. Who elect them? Both of these executive and legislative branches are elected by their citizens. Now, probably you're confused who is actually the executive. Executive means the representative elected by people who have the power to execute or power to execute the decisions, enforce the law. On the other hand, the legislative are a bunch of representatives who have no power of execution but to make decisions, make rules, write the rules of government, reform the legislations, laws, and to offer it or hand it over to the executive branch. Let's see next slide. Now, in presidential system of democracy, voters elect legislators. Voters elect the president, but they do it through their representatives. That's why it is called indirect election. In the presidential systems, voters have a more direct say about those who serve in two branches of the government. One is legislative and second one is executive. It is in case of United States, not in case of India. Now, in democratic governments, there are two major kinds of. One is parliamentary democracy and second one is presidential democracy. Presidential democracy exists in countries like United States, but parliamentary systems are existing in countries like India. So that's all for today. Let's get back to the key points what we have learned today. We have learned about different forms of government, different political systems, right? And different branches of government, their types of functions, role of citizens. Let's just remind up again. You can note or you can send me email. I'll give my email or my WhatsApp number. So if you find any difficulties or any confusion regarding the subject matter, so you can send me in my email. I'll give it to you. Again, we have replaying the slides. Types of government, dictatorship. Then we found democracy, two types of democracy, One is pure and another is representative. Then we found about government. Government means those who have authority or control over others. Then we find types of governments, systems of government, some examples. There are three ways of governments: the way they distribute power. Then these two figures to clarify the models, their model or their distribution of decision making power. Then presidential democracy, democratic government, and so although not in this slide, I am giving my, you can write my email address or my WhatsApp number. My WhatsApp number is 75760353332 and my email address is icheng.b@gmail.com. You can send your queries for further clarification on the subject matter. So that's all for today. Hope to get back to you in the next class. Thank you.